Welcome everybody to the United Drivers League Brazilian Grand Prix. This is the final race of Season 3. We have finally made it to the final race of the year. This should be a very exciting race, as this is one of the most classic tracks that we will have on the calendar. And this is always a great race to watch and be a part of. My name is Pecan36. I will be your commentator for today's race. As we are loading into the lobby now. Just letting you guys know is that there is no rain forecasted for today's race, so we will not have any rain. Gonna go down the point standings for you guys. So Pig pretty much already has the title locked up with 313 points. You have Dreamsy with 215 points and TNE Hawk for 150 points. Now there is a draft in the United Drivers League, as the top 5 are already locked in to draft who they want on their team, as there is a good battle for the top 5 spots, with Publix with 115 points and Honos with 112 points. We have Big Rig, who was getting pretty close to the top 5, but he will not be in today's race, as we hope that his mother is doing well and she recovers from the coronavirus. So he will not be able to get his spot into the top 5. And then you have Crossorio Alex, who might be missing qualifying. He's currently in 7th with 97 points. And you have Speed King, who is in 8th with 97 points. And then you have Easy Hurricane in 9th with 95 points. Those are the only guys that literally have a shot to possibly get into the top 5. The battle for 3rd in the Constructors is heating up, as you have the AlphaTauri team has already won with 428 points, and you have the Alfa Romeo with 310 points. But the battle for 3rd, get this, Haas has 183 points, Ferrari has 182 points, the Racing Point team has 181 points, and McLaren has 172 points. So the battle for 3rd in the Constructors is heating up. And then the battle for last with the Mercedes and Williams team, they are both tied with 34 points. So that should be something to watch for. We're going to follow around with KD 1997 here on the first lap. See how well he does. As we know, KD 1997 put on a really good qualifying session last week, but he forgot to put his setup on the car and wasn't able to have the best race that he would want to have. As we're going to see what time he pulls in here. Let's see what he does. He does a 106.9. That's a good time. Gonna go to X Breezy here, see what time he can pull, as he will pull a 106.9 as well. Go down to Publix here. I see that's a Alfa Romeo behind him. What does Publix do? He does a 107.1, as Easy Hurricane sets a 107.4. Dreamsy comes around, he sets a 109.1. As Young Vicho comes around, he sets a 107.4. As Karab comes around, the Williams coming around with a 107.6 to Bird King, as Gunbuck sets a 107.5, as Birdman sets a 108.2. Cowboy Kaz, who is making his UDL F1 debut today, the Indianapolis, Indiana driver, is hoping to get drafted for next year. He sets a 109.9. Have missed some times, but Speed King coming around, he did set a 107.6, as Dilsack also set a 107.5. So far almost everybody has gotten a time on the board, and once again Pig will not be qualifying today, as last week that seemed to work out really well for him, where he started in 16th place at the Mexican GP, and he was able to come from the back of the field and win the race. So very impressive time there. Very impressive showing, as that is a UDL record for the most gained spots for a win. He broke his own record back at the German Grand Prix in season 2 when he came from 11th to win the race. But we are finally here, guys, for the final race of the year. It's very sad, but we will be back on January 31st, as we will be at the Australian Grand Prix. So that should be a very entertaining race. T&E Hawk definitely came around and set a 107.5, but gotta say this, impressive time so far from KD 1997 with a 106.9 and X Breezy with a 106.9 as well. But KD has a better time with the 106.913 and X Breezy with the 106.986. Let's see, KD 1997 is coming out. As he is right now our provisional pole leader. I think Honos is coming into the pits, as he already had a lap down. Yeah, he's going to go into the pits. As Honos, he still is very well within the top 5. So the top 5 is still a very good battle, as Publix and Honos are still in the top 5 with 115 points and 112 points to the both of them. But yeah, just letting you guys know, there will not be any rain in today's race. It will be a very cloudy session, as there will be no sun in the race today. Gonna follow around KT 9097 here. And also we will have, just like we did last week at the Mexican Grand Prix, we will have a new race winner, as I have won this race twice at Brazil here in Season 1 and Season 2. So we will have a brand new winner, as I was the winner of this race the last 2 years. So my 2-race winning streak here at Brazil will be coming to an end. Looks like Easy Hurricane also just got started on a lap, as a track is getting very busy for the drivers to deal with. Hopefully X Breezy doesn't get in the way. It looks like, oh no, that's Cowboy Kaz. Sorry, that is Cowboy Kaz. Hopefully he didn't impede on Easy Hurricane's lap. KD 1997, he's 1/100th of a second faster on his time. Let's see what he can do, as he decides to abort the lap. So he will be going into the pits. I believe that's Gunbuck who's coming around. Gonna go find the Alfa Romeo. I believe that's Easy Hurricane. He does improve on his time. He gets himself up to P3 with a 107.0. So good time there from the Alfa Romeo driver. Gonna go to Kiwi Bird King here, who's 3/10 up on his time. He sets a 107.2. So good time there from the Canadian driver in the Williams. Gonna try and follow this map. Looks like many are coming into the pit, so gonna follow Speed King here. Does he improve on his time? The Canadian driver, what does he do? He does improve on his time, but he does not improve his spot, so he will be staying in P12. I believe that's Bossman, but his lap is invalidated, so I don't know if he's gonna go for another lap here. Possibly. It doesn't look like he's having any fuel issues. So Homemade coming around. I believe that's Gunbuck coming around. Yes, that will be Gunbuck coming around, but his lap is also invalidated, so this time will not count. go up to, I believe that's Cowboy Kaz. He does, yes, that is Cowboy Kaz, who's making his UDL F1 race debut today. He did improve on his time, but did not do enough to improve up on his spot. Following around with Publix here, as finally got his first ever UDL F1 race win 2 races ago at the United States Grand Prix, and he already invalidated his lap, so this lap time is not going to count. What does Hawk do? Hawk does improve on his time. He was sitting in P8. He improves his time to get himself up into P6 with a 107.3. X Breezy getting started on his lap as he is going to try and chase down the Haas of KD 1997. He got a great turn coming out of these Senate S's, and he invalidated his lap. He invalidated his lap, so his lap will not count. Is that Hellmate, I believe? Yes, it is. He does not improve on his time. So, unfortunately for him, he did not improve on his time. Hopefully the Renault, and it looks like he will be getting out of the way for the Haas driver there to make sure that he doesn't invalidate his lap. Doesn't want to have a grid penalty going into Season 3, as I believe that's Young Vicho out in front of him. So we're going to follow around with KD here in the Haas car, as he's currently sitting on pole with the 106.9. And just like I said, Pig will not be qualifying in this session. So, as we have X Breezy here, don't know if he'll possibly do another lap. No, he's going to abort and go into the pits. So, let's see what KD 1997 can do here. He finally got his second ever race win at the Singapore Grand Prix by going on the alternate strategy, which really helped him out, as he was the only one in the top 10 who started on the medium tires, as that allowed him to play with all of the other cars, as he does improve on his time with a 106.7. So good time there from the Haas, as I believe that's Young Vicho coming around. We have a Williams up there. I believe that's Gunbuck, but he is out of fuel, so that's why he's moving really, really slow. I believe there's another Red Bull who got around the S. That's Kill the Bird. That's Kill the Bird, man. As he's having some troubles with his car. He will be having a 5-place grid penalty in this race. So right now where he stands, he's pretty much going to be starting from the back. Here is Karab. He's up on his time. Can he improve on it? He does with a 107.3. He does improve on his time to get himself up to P7. That's Speed King coming around with the Mercedes Abdil Sack is doing. He's up on his time. He sets a 107.1 to get himself up to P6. What a great time there from Dil Sack, almost getting into the top 5. The times here at Brazil are going to be insanely close. Hurricane, he's coming around, but his lap was invalidated. Young Vicho also improves on his time, as he is currently up to P7 with a 107.2. So good time from him, as he is going to hope to have a bounce back race after not finishing in the top 10 in last week's race at the Mexican Grand Prix. Follow around with Karab here. I believe that's Kiwi Bird King who's in front of him. He's currently up on his time, but it looks like he's going to no, he's not going to abort. He's up on his time. Does he improve? Yes, he gets himself all the way up to P2 with a 106.9. So great time there from the Canadian in his third UDL F1 Series race. So great time there from Kiwi Bird King, and the Canadians are definitely showing up today. I believe that's Bossman who just came around, as he was finally able to get a lap on the board with a 108.8. Dreamzy, he made the switch to wheel, as last week was his last week at the Mexican Grand Prix was the first ever race he's ever done on a wheel. Did not get a great start, as he spun out right at the start and was disqualified from the race. So literally his first race ever with the wheel did not go the way that he likes, but at least he knows that he has the number 2 spot in the draft locked up, And there is some words that, you know, that he's probably going to pick KD 1997 with his first pick and possibly to the Mercedes team. And if Honos falls out of the top 5, he could possibly pick his old teammate again, as there is contact with 2 drivers there with Bossman and Cowboy Kaz. Right on time as I skipped right to them, they both get into a wreck, as neither of them would like that to happen. Big crash there. Very big crash. Go around with T&E Hawk, not putting down the best lap time that I was expecting from a driver of his quality, but maybe he just hasn't been able to put a few good laps to what happened there. So unfortunately, something I just got kicked. I have no idea why I just got kicked from that lobby. Wow. Waiting on to see if somebody can send me an invite. Hopefully I get an invite soon. Gonna go check my blue screen here. Sorry for the blue screen. Don't know why I haven't gotten an invite yet. There we go. I finally got one. Let's get back into this lobby, folks. I apologize. That has never happened to me while I was streaming. So, gonna try and get back in here as we are now at the end of qualifying. I apologize to the folks who are watching the qualifying session, as a unfortunate lag just happened. So let's get back in here. Hopefully there is still some time left to get you guys a very exciting qualifying finish. So come on, let's get back in here. Here we are. Yes, we are back in here. So we did miss out on some times, as we now see Gunbuck currently sitting in P2. Don't know what exactly is going on, but there is over a minute left in qualifying. So yes, we were able to get back in to be able to see a very exciting qualifying finish. Gonna get the lap times back up here. Ignore the purple timesheets, as right now KD 1997 is still on pole, but we are getting there, folks, to the end of qualifying. As it looks like KD 1997 is getting his lap started, so is X-Breezy. I believe that's the McLaren of Korob that just got it started on his lap. T&E Hawk is going for a time. Gonna get the telemetry up for you guys. Looks like Publix did improve on his time, but he's currently sitting in P7. Oh, as we have a wreck. Is that Helmade? Helmade has wrecked out right on the front stretch, so I hope that isn't a problem as well. We have another retirement, as it looks like Publix has retired from the session, but Dilsack currently up to P2. Not something I was expecting at all. What does Bossman do? He sets a 107.5. Go back up here to KD 1997 here. He's currently sitting on provisional pole. Does he improve on his time? Yes, he does, with a 106.6. So what a great time there from him. And it looks like there was a wreck or something where X-Breezy has lost his front wing. Go see what Kill the Birdman does, but his time is invalidated. Go up to T&E Hawk. He aborts his lap, so he will be starting at the very back. A very unusual starting spot for the number 88 Ferrari of T&E Hawk. And what does Speed King do? He does not improve on his time. I believe there is Hurricane just left, but no, he is out of fuel. So that's going to be it, folks. That is going to be it. KD 1997. That is his first ever career pole in the United Drivers League. So congrats to KD in the Haas car for getting the first ever pole of his career. As how about Dilsack, one of the unexpected expected spots to see is he will be starting in P2. That is his highest starting spot of his career, so that is something I was not expecting at all, as the Mercedes and Williams team are in a battle for last place. So let me take some screenshots here, folks. So I'm sorry for the blue screen. As I have to take a screenshots of these results. But yeah, what a qualifying session, as you will have KD 1997 on pole, Dillsack starting in P2, Gunbuck in P3, Bird King in P4, X Breezy in P5, Hurricane in P6, Publix in P7, TNE Hawk in P8, Honos in P9, Young Vicho in P10, Karab in P11, Speed King in P12, Bossman in P13, Hellmate in P14, Kill the Birdman in P15, as I apologize I couldn't be able to finish the grid, but give me a second, folks. Apologies. I need to send the well, with Kyle Dyer getting the first ever pole of his UDL F1 career. So good job there. So good job to Kyle Dyer there on getting the first ever career pole. And just letting you guys know, this is the final race of the year. So we will not be back until January 31st. So I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Sunday, and I just want to say go Browns, as my Browns are in the playoffs tonight, and I hope this race can get done soon enough so that I don't have to miss my Browns play. But not only that, still the top 5, the battle for the last 2 top 5 spots for 4th and 5th are still up for grabs. So I'm getting the weather made. It will be overcast the whole entire time, but there will not be any rain. So there will not be any rain. Get the lobby made. Here we go. And then, yep, get it out to Brazil, as I will have to now get all of the drivers back into the session. So give me a second with the blue screen, folks, as I have to send the invites out to get all the drivers back in here. Hopefully I don't lag out again. Gonna try and see if Jonathan will even join me as a last minute entry. But yeah, pretty much all I know is that they are still battling it out for those final spots in the top 5, with Hurricane and Cursorial Alex and Speed King trying to knock out Publix or Honos out of those spots. Gonna send Cursorial Alex an invite here. Hoping that he can get in here. Trying to hope this gets done as fast as it can. Alrighty, let's hope we can get everybody in here so I can get this grid made. But I hope all of you are having a great Sunday afternoon. Alrighty. forgot to do that as well. Let's see where everybody is at. We're still missing a couple of drivers. Looks like we're missing Cowboy Kaz. We're missing Cowboy Kaz. Let's see, we have Hawk here. Speed King hasn't joined us yet, as we're still waiting on him. So we're missing Speed King, Cursorial Alex, and Cowboy Kaz. Once again, apologies for the blue screen, folks. As who do we have in here? There's Cowboy Kaz. Now we're waiting on Cursorial Alex to get in here as well. As that will be a treat to watch, as Cursorial Alex and Snapper Pig will be starting from the back. So that should be a fun one to watch. Give me a second, folks. Where's Cursorial Alex at? Believe we just lost somebody. But yeah, just letting you guys know, this is the final race of Season 3, and we will not be back until January 31st. Here we go. Who did we just lose? I believe that's everybody. Alright, so let me get this lobby made. I apologize about the delay here, folks. PlayStation's not being really kind to me right now. As I will get this grid made. So, KD1997, he will be starting on pole. Yeah, gotta say, very impressed with Dilsak's time there, as this will be the highest starting spot of his career. So, congrats to him, as he will be starting on the front row. It's a very unfamiliar spot for him, so I'm definitely going to be rooting for him to have a great finish today. Also, the battle between X-Breezy and Karab is still going on, as when I talked to X-Breezy, he has said that all he wants to do is finish in front of Karab in the points, as he is still ahead of him by 2 points. Tierney Hawk starting in P8, a very unfamiliar spot for him, as he's normally right there up on the front row, so that will be something to watch for as well. Alrighty, let's see, Young Bicho in P10, Karab in P11, Speed King in P12. There's Bossman in P13. And then Kill the Birdman will be starting all the way in the back thanks to the grid place penalty that he had. As there we go, folks. That is the grid. And let's get this race started. Let's get it started, guys. Gonna make sure that I have all the lobby settings on right. Yep. Here we go, folks. Final race of Season 3. It has been quite the season, folks, as so many great races this whole entire year. Pig just showing how absolutely dominant he has been, and some new adds to this series with some really great guys. And I want to thank everyone who is watching this race and who has been staying with us at the United Drivers League, as we will be going on to Season 4 on January 31st. It's going to be very exciting, as I want to thank all of you guys for continuing to support us and support this channel. As yeah, let's get it going. Final race of the year. As just like I was saying, the top 5 in the points, with Publix with 115 points and Honos with 112 points. Crossorio Alex, who will be starting from the back, he has 97 points. Speed King has 97 points, and Hurricane has 95 points. Also, the constructors, the battle for third, with Haas with 183 points, Ferrari with 182 points, Racing Point with 181 points, and the McLaren team with 172 points. So that battle for pride to finish third is still up for grabs, with 4 teams still battling it out for the number 3 spot in the constructors. I hope these guys don't forget their setups, as we know that that can happen. As last week, KD 1997 forgot his setup as he was starting in P3, as he will be starting on pole for the first time of his career. As the formation lap is underway. Here we go, folks. Final race of the year. As for some reason I'm still stuck in camera. There we go. Alright, the pit stop strategy. If you were starting on the softs, your pit window is lap 14 to 17. If you're starting on the medium tires, your strategy, as it looks like Gunbuck is on the medium tires, gonna let Gunbuck know that he's gonna have to pit within the first 3 laps. So let's run you down the grid. KD 1997. So KD 1997 will be on pole, with Dill Sack starting in P2, Gunbuck in P3, Kiwi Bird King in P4, X Breezy in P5, Easy Hurricane in P6, Publix in P7, T&E Hawk in P8, Honos in P9, Young Vicho in P10, Karab in P11, Speed King in P12, Bossman in 13th, Hellmaid in P14, Dreamzy in P15, Cowboy Cos in P16, Snipper Pig in P17, Crossorio Alex in P18, and Kill the Birdman in P19. What a glorious camera that was, that it allowed me to get every single guy into that shot. So Gunbuck will have to pit in the first 3 laps, as he is starting on the medium tires. That is the wrong tire. Here we go, folks. The grid is getting formed up. This is exciting. Final race of Season 3 is here, guys. Let's do it. who will become a first-time winner and end my 2-race winning streak here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Can Pig come all the way from the back again? Let's see. The lights are on, as there is a little bit of delay. And we are... Go! As the Brazilian Grand Prix gets underway, as KD 1997 gets off to a great start, as he will take the lead here, as Gunbuck and Dilsek battling it out, as Gunbuck will get out in front. And let's see, how is the rest of the field going, as it looks like Dilsek here is going to get eaten up, as they are going 3 wide with Breezy and Kiwi, as so far there is no yellows, but Dilsek is being bullied around right now for spot as we have a yellow. It's Karab. He is fine. It looks like he got a little bit loose, but so far he is fine, as he is all the way now down to last place. The other thing to watch out for is we have a lot going on here in the back, as Cresorial Alex has already jumped up to P14. As it looks like Cowboy Kaz and Young Vicho battling it out as they make a little bit of contact there. But so far, good job, as it looks like Cresorial Alex and Young Vicho make a little contact there, as they having a lot of battling out. As it looks like he is getting out in front, but it looks like, let's see what's going on here, as Kiwi Bird King does go in the pits to make that change, as Dilsek right now getting past extremely a lot. But Karab just got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane, as Kiwi Bird King has gone into the pits, as we have a yellow somewhere. It looks like Hellmaid and Dreamsy have made contact with each other as well. Snubber Pig and Speed King and Cowboy Kaz are battling it out. Cowboy Kaz and Pig getting side by side, but so far no yellows there. Go back up here for the battle of P6 with Dilsek, who started in P2. He did not take advantage of the great qualifying spot that he had, but let me just say this, KD is gone. He already has a 2.9 second gap for first place. He is gone. And it looks like we have a yellow. It looks like Cowboy Kaz, he is out there in the grass, so not what he wanted at all. Looks like X Breezy is going for a move here on Kiwi. Yes, he does, as he will get P2. He finished in P2 here in last year's race, so he's going to try and get another P2 finish. TNA Hawk starting to chase down, and it looks like Cowboy Kaz is still having some trouble there, but TNA Hawk is chasing down the Mercedes of Dilsek. As TNA Hawk, he started in 8th place. Public started in P7, as he is already up to P4. As it looks like Dreamsy is going into the pits. Yes, Dreamsy is going into the pits. Don't know if he got any damage somewhere. But hey, how about this? X Breezy all the way up into P2, but KD is clawing away right now. He has a huge lead over all of them. So far, there's not really any battles going on, but DRS is enabled, so Kiwi Bird King is going to get the DRS. He finally got his first ever UDL F1 points in last week's Mexico's not there to make up this. Publix is also doing a race with no assists, as this is now the second race. And how about this? Pig just pulled up a great move to get himself up into P10, but Cresorial Alex hasn't been able to get all the way up there just yet. He's still sitting around in P14, as he's going to try and go around the outside of King there, as he went on the alternate strategy there on the medium tires. But X Breezy starting to pull away from Kiwi Bird King for P2, as Publix is going to try and chase down Easy Hurricane here. Oh, it looks like we have a yellow of some sort. Oh, as Speed King is into the wall. Speed King is into the wall. He has massive damage on his car. Don't know what exactly happened. Does Cursorial Alex have any damage on his car? Don't know if they got into a wreck or not. It looks like they didn't. So, but Speed King might have to go the whole entire lap without a wing on his car. So how unfortunate that is for King, as I know he probably wanted to try and get into the top 5. It doesn't look like it's going to happen today. We're going to go back to the battle for P3 as Kiwi Bird King is going to try and get himself his first ever UDL F1 podium of his career, but going to make another point. But KD 1997 is in control of this race. He has built his lead to a monster lead. Looks like Honos and Dilsack battling it out there as Honos is going to try and get the move done. As he does, he gets himself up to P7. But the battle for third is heating up as you got Kiwi, Bird King, Hurricane, and Publix all right there as X-Bree has started to pull away. As yeah, there goes King. King is going into the pits to probably get a new front wing. So not the final race that he has been wanting to have. But so far, so good as the Williams and Alfa Romeo cars with Publix in there as well. TNE Hawk is going to try and eat into that gap as best as he can to try and get into that battle for P3. Hurricane, he got his first ever UDL F1 podium last week at the Mexican Grand Prix. He's going to try and make it 2 in a row as he's going to go for a move down the inside. As they bang wheels there, the elbows are out, but Hurricane gets the move done to get himself up into P3. Will that open the door for Publix here? As let's see, is Bird King going to attack? Is he looking down the inside? He does. As he shoves him out, but he will get the move done as they are battling extremely well here. Are they going to go to the inside? But Kiwi Bird King, what a move by him as Publix. He might go for a move down the inside as well, but he doesn't have enough to. He doesn't.